do you know anybody that has ever not had a sore muscle?
No, I don't.
So it's 100% people have sore
I think
muscles.
everybody does.
And joints at some point in their life.
Help for muscles and joints. It's Hunt for Wellness, episode number 185.
In the Hunt for Wellness podcast, we talk about mind, body, and spirit because that's what people are made of. They're made of a body, a mind, and a spirit. And we want each of those to be fully functioning, fully nurtured, to live a healthy, full, living your best life.
Hello, welcome to Hunt for Wellness. I am John Hunt.
And I'm Christy Hunt.
And this is the show where we help you live your best life, mind, body, and spirit. And this episode of Hunt for Wellness is brought to you by waterdistillers.com. Great machines providing great water for your great wellness. Check it out at waterdistillers.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. I worked out this morning and
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad because I am in great shape.
You are.
But you know what? It's not necessarily working out this morning and today. It's tomorrow that sometimes the muscles and joints can get a little sore.
Yes.
Pretty common though, isn't it?
Oh, very common. You know, I was thinking about it. Do you know anybody that has ever not had a sore muscle?
No, I don't.
So it's 100% people have sore
I think
muscles.
everybody does.
And joints at some point in their life.
You know what they say at the gym? No pain, no gain.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily.
It's true.
It is kind of true. I mean, that's the whole purpose of like working out, isn't it? Is to make your muscles fatigue and get tired and.
Well, you kind of damage them and then they get bigger.
That's right. And you build it back up.
Yes.
Right. So when we're in that situation, that means all of you, everyone listening and watching, this show is for you.
Yes,
Isn't it amazing? It's a show for everyone.
That's great.
You know, they say in marketing that you should never say this is for everybody because you should have some kind of, but this literally is for everybody.
I know.
Young and old. I mean, I can remember being in soccer at high school and, you're supposed to be 17 years old and feeling great. And after practice feeling,
sore muscles?
Yeah, sore muscles, right. So
that's right.
Anyway, well, I guess we're going to talk about how you can help, right? How we can help.
Yes.
Or how you can help yourself.
Right. And this is basically for people that are healthy.
Yeah.
What we're talking about. We're talking about muscle and joint roll-on with CBD.
Love the CBD roll-on.
It's a new product that Young Living has for tired muscles and joints.
Yeah.
And it's made with CBD, a full spectrum CBD, which has 150 biological compounds that your body absorbs. It also has this deep Spectra technology.
Mm-hmm. We did a show about that, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
I bet if you go on over to huntforwellness.com, episode number 185, which is this episode, just bet we'll have a link to that Deep Spectra show. Because that just got introduced in the last year or so, right?
Right.
And it's new technology and it's really kind of cutting edge. But check that one out. So
they distill an oil with an oil.
Yeah.
Instead of with water.
That's kind of wild.
And they get more out of it. They got these basaltic acids out of it that are very helpful to the body.
That's cool.
So CBD really helps balance the body. You have CBD receptors, endocannabinoid receptors in the body, like all the cells do. So what they do is to help balance out the body. And so this is better than just using essential oils alone, which we love essential oils.
We do.
And they're fantastic. Right. But by adding the CBD to it, it helps the body balance, the muscles. They're going to feel better faster.
No, so I remember seeing a presentation on it. Those little receptors, like little doorways, right? Mm-hmm. Doorways into your cells. I mean, but that's really good because it helps get you a little relief kind of quick.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah. So let me just talk a little bit about hemp.
Okay.
And so most hemp farmers grow identical plants year after year by taking cuttings from the same plant. And so it's kind of like cloning.
Yeah.
That's genetically engineering them, and they have to use pesticides, they have to use to control hormones and maximize the CBD isolate. But Young Living does it differently. Mm-hmm. They have this exclusive population hemp that's farm grown, organic, non-GMO seeds, allowing each plant to evolve naturally. There's no cloning. So you're getting the full power of hemp and a broader spectrum of benefits for your muscles and joints.
We were talking the other day about, is it the hemp plant, the one that sucks up all the stuff from the
toxins?
All the toxins. So that's why it's super important where you plant your hemp.
That's right.
I mean, and I think Young Living, don't they go to virgin soil where it has not been farmed or, fertilized or whatever.
Or any herbicides or pesticides, because
that gets sucked up into the plant. And
right.
That's where you got to watch for like the commercial CBD products, because they don't care.
Well,
they're just out there to get the CBD out.
Don't get your CBD at the
gas station.
At the gas station, exactly.
Yeah, even a lot. Is there something on the label or that someone could read that would tell them that it's pretty decent or not? Or
it's just like
if they say organic, could it still be farmed on a land that had chemicals in it before but is not now?
Right. There's a process that people go through. So what you can guarantee with Young Living is they have the seed to seal promise that it applies to the hemp as well. And so every single batch is also tested for herbicides that may have come into the field, or pesticides, heavy metals, and to make sure that every single batch of this CBD is going to be of the right amount of CBD.
Right.
So every bottle has the right amount of CBD. There's been research that it's really not regulated in the United States. And so you can get bottles that say they have this much and they have a lot less or none or more, but that is not Young Living.
Right.
We are guaranteeing it's got 1,000 milligrams of full spectrum CBD.
I love it.
In the bottle. That's not for every roll on, but it's just the total bottle.
The muscle and joint one, right?
Right. And so you roll it on to affected areas like your legs, your knees, your back, your neck, your hands. And then don't put on your face. It's not really made for the face.
Yeah.
And it's got peppermint in there, which is spicy. But if you want to get extra tingly feeling, you can add wintergreen essential oil, like a couple of drops of that, and add that and massage it in. And massaging it in is going to make it better.
Yeah, you could also probably use Panaway and some of the other ones too. Deep Relief. Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So it's natural.
Yeah.
That's what's so great about it. It is natural. You're not getting any toxins from this. You're just helping your body. And some of the essential oils in there are peppermint, Eucalyptus Blue, Dorado Azul that they use in Cool Azul, Idaho Grand Fir, love
my
that
favorite,
Picotea, and everything has that seed to seal quality commitment.
Yeah. I tried some the other day.
Tried some what?
The roll on, and my fingers were kind of when I got up there, kind of, I don't know, nummy, like they falling asleep. And I put some it gave me just great relief right away. I was having a hard time bending my fingers, and just put some stuff on, and it's this is great.
I know. I put it on my back. I have this little spot on my back that bugs me, and it feels really good.
Yeah.
It loosens things up.
Yep.
And so I love that.
By the way, we should tell people, if you're wondering, how do I get it? How do I get it? How do I get it? You can go over to huntforwellness.com, episode number 185, and we'll have a link, because this whole show is about and we also, we might want to mention, if you want a little bit more about the whole CBD program, or as we called the podcast, Charlie Bravo Delta. Bravo. Yeah. Because for some reason, you don't want to say those 3 letters too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So use that little acronym, right? But check that out too, because that's an interesting episode that gives you a lot of the background. Hemp has been around for a long time and has so many uses. Since the
beginning of time, really.
But like in the last few years, like CBD has just kind of got crazy. Like, I mean, if you're buying it and if you can buy it in a gas station, that's why you just have to be really careful where you buy it from.
Exactly.
And we don't have to mention this but you should mention it, is that the THC is out.
No, it's not. There's actually a tiny bit of it's less than 0.3%. That's the only way a person or a company can sell it. Yeah. So it is very tiny.
Yeah. Not enough to make a difference.
Right. Exactly. And just so you know, purchasing Young Living's CBD is a vote for a healthier planet, because you're supporting our Seed to Seal commitment through regenerative farming, and Young Living's farms act as a massive carbon bank, and they use water filtration systems, habitats for native pollinators, and this way agriculture becomes a form of conservation.
Yeah.
And so your purchase is really helping to create change.
It's kind of like full spectrum conservation.
That's right.
It really is. And there's I can't remember, there was a documentary I watched about how you can, don't they even have like the cover crops to kind of, or the things to kind of keep the weeds down, but they're still, they help support this, and the pollinators help support that, and it's great to see it all work together, because you need it all. You do. Absolutely. I just wanted to say something about children. Yeah. Using the muscle and joint roll-on for children. It's not intended for children under the age of 2, mainly because it contains black seed oil, which is contraindicated for topical use in children under 2. Yeah. Now, there's no supporting documentation that CBD is unsafe for children in older than 2. And it's been used in various products on the market, which are meant for children. Yeah. But children may see the following side effects from CBD products, like sleepiness, decreased appetite, irritability, restlessness. And if you're unsure about using CBD on a child, check with your healthcare professional before use. Yeah. Plus, there's a lot of other products there's a whole line for children. Like Owie.
The Kidscents. I love Owie.
Which we love Owie,
I love Owie myself, We
love it. Owie's got a great smell.
It's a fantastic smell. But also, it is gluten-free. It is dairy-free. Nice. It is corn-free. It is soy-free. So it's a safe product in that way if anybody has any allergies to those things. It does have some coconut oil in it. There are no other tree nuts in this formulation. So it's a great product. Yep. We love it. So
we love it.
And it smells good. Yeah. It's got this like herby, minty smell, and
Well, it's really awesome. It's a great product. The plant has been around forever. Yeah. But the uses are just getting better and better. And then when you combine that with the full spectrum conservation of the farming and all the techniques, it's just great. It's great for the planet. It's great for you. And most of all, it's great for those muscles and joints. Let me tell you, because that appeals to who? Everyone. Right. So.
At some point. I know. I remember I was walking out of this conference. I was talking to this lady behind me, not watching where I was going. That's not a good idea. Yeah. And I stepped on this ramp, and thinking my foot is going to step on flat ground, it was stepped sideways, and I immediately went down. Yeah. And I was just like shocked. And my foot was hurting because I twisted my foot. I had my Deep Relief in my purse. Nice. We didn't have the CBD roll-on at that point. This was several years ago. Yeah. But I literally just rolled it on right away because I just kept it in my purse, because you never know when you're just going to have a moment where you need a little muscle and joint relief.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, great. Anything else before we flex our muscle and end the show?
I would say try it. Try
Yeah.
it, see what you think. I think you're going to be really happy with it.
Yeah, you can find out more. Go to huntforwellness.com. Episode number 185. There's links there. There's also a connect link there. If you have any questions, reach out and we'll be happy to connect with you and talk about your joints and your muscles.
Yes.
Well, this episode of Hunt for Wellness is brought to you by waterdistillers.com. Great machines providing great water for your great wellness. Check it out at waterdistillers.com. And you know, we touched on this earlier, the deep Spectra technology. I don't want to let people miss out on that opportunity because it's really kind of what makes Young Living who they are. It's,
One of the things.
It's, yeah, I mean, the technology, the research, you know, we've seen their research labs before. But if you'd like to check out that episode on Deep Spectra technology, you can just click on the video up here and check that out because I think you're going to really like what you hear and be really quite amazed at the technology that's behind that. And then, of course, be really amazed when you come back for our next episode of Hunt for Wellness.